You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates. Shout out to all my channel members. And if you would like to gain further support, join my channel membership. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome. I am Marlene Motivates, your channel for motivation, inspiration, and positivity. And today's motivation is one to encourage the mind, the heart, and the spirit. With this topic today, get up, sisters and brothers, get up. I know for sure that there are so many who are battling something, dealing with something, going through something, feeling discouraged, feeling vulnerable, feeling low, feeling lonely, feeling sad, grieving. Everybody has things that has caused them to not only get down, but stay down for a while. And today I want for you to give yourself the permission to get up. Get up, brothers and sisters. Now is the time for us to be encouraged, for us to fortify our minds, for us to love ourselves, believe in ourselves so that we can be strong and that we can be strong within our family units, okay? Strong families equal strong communities. So I'm here to do some encouraging, some motivating, some inspiring. And I want to start off this discussion by saying there has been many times in my life where I have been down for a very, very long time. And it's not until you actually make the decision, you have to make the decision for yourself to get up. And I know that it's hard. I know when maybe you're battling with some things mentally, when you're battling with things financially, when you're battling with disagreements, when your finances isn't going in a certain way, when you're dealing with certain things that you just don't understand, like why is this happening? And you can feel down and you can stay down and you can keep beating up yourself and asking yourself, why is this happening to me? But I'm here for you to not get into the why is it happening to me, into why not. See, it's all about our perspective, how we are choosing to look at our life. So let me get into the chat and see who is here. Let me see who is here. So, welcome in, everybody. I encourage, uplift, and elevate you all. We got this. So, please hit the like, and the rest is for whoever would like to tip the host. It's up to you. Hey, Miss Puzzle Pieces, how are you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. How are you doing? Shout out to you. Yay! Welcome, Miss Carol. How are you doing? I am doing great. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you being here. I hope all is well with you. And we have in Miss Tracy. How are you doing, Miss Tracy? Welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your support. Hi, Only Zone Alarm. Welcome. James, how are you doing? What's going on, James? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. I hope all is well with you. So, guys, let's get into this inspiration message. You guys ready for it? I hope so. And I hope that this message reaches who it needs to. So, if you guys could please, if you have not already, share this out. Share this with a friend. Share this with a family member. Share this on your social media sites so that it reaches somebody who is feeling discouraged, that is feeling very vulnerable, that is feeling some type of way about their situation and their life. Every single person, they get down for a period of time, and it's not always that you're at rock bottom, but you battle with those feelings of worthlessness, that sadness, that discouragement, that pain, and the weight of it all just feels so heavy. I can say that with full assurance because I felt that way many times. Just feel so down, so discouraged, so sad about myself and my life. And I just wish that I had a message like this when I felt down, for somebody to like extend their arm and to say, it's okay, my sister. It's okay, my brother. Let's encourage each other. See, the whole thing about it is it's nothing wrong with getting down. This life is going to get us down. This life is going to discourage you. This life is going to make you sad. People are always going to have something that they come out of their mouth slick and say to you. But we can't do anything about that. See, I want us to focus our mind today on this discussion into thinking about the things that we can change. What is it that I can do? What am I capable of? What choices can I make? What sort of things can I do to encourage myself? See, right in that this is how we give ourselves a shot in the arm, like that B12 shot, right? To get us invigorated. Sometimes we are in need of some invigoration, some positivity, some inspiration, some motivation. And I am ready to give that to you right now. Okay. So I say to all of you, get up, brothers and sisters. Don't hold your head down low. Don't listen to the negativity of other people. Now, I know that that's easier said than done, because when people say things to us, and I know that there was that saying way back when, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And it couldn't be far. That's one of the biggest lies, because words are something that hurt us so badly. Words hurt. So it's not that when somebody says something, it doesn't affect us. It does, but it's how we allow it to affect us. We can hear things, but how we process it, okay, how we process the words that are said to us has a difference in us elevating or us declining. Now, I want all of you to elevate. I want all of you to be positive. I want all of us to have that high self esteem, high energy, and boundless joy. Yes, it is possible. And some people think that it's a mirage, it's something fake, but it's not. We all have the possibility to have that high energy, to feel good about ourselves, but it's what we're thinking about. It's what we're allowing ourselves to be entertained by. Who do we have in our circle? What is it that we are reading? See, we have to also fortify ourselves. For a long time, I was only going by the people in my life, how much love, how much support, how much motivation they were giving. And if they weren't giving me, it was like I was hungry. I wasn't eating like I should. I wasn't eating the motivation, the inspiration, and the encouragement that I need. So it comes back on us as grown women and grown men. We have to pour into ourselves. And you know, I'm always saying that over here. We have to fill up our own cup. It's our job as grown women and grown men to look after our mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, and physical well being. See, our well being as a whole is wrapped up on how we take care of each part of our life. So, when we don't take care of one thing, it's like the others start to decline. So, we got to put in some work. And I know that the work part is not easy. We don't want to hear about, oh no, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, Marlene, more work. But it's not that bad, really. I want to encourage all of you, when you start your day, when you begin your day, brothers and sisters, I want you to begin your day with your mantra. And I know that I've said this many times, but have you worked on your personal mantra? What is the saying that you say to yourself that gets you fired up, that gets you geared up, energized, ready to go? What is it? Okay. Think about that. I'm going to share with you my own personal mantra. My mantra when I went through therapy and it helped me to go on another day. My mantra is I have the divine right to success. I have the right to walk in my potential, to have boundless joy, and to have everything that this life has for me. See, but I first had to believe that. I had to believe that for myself. I had to believe that it was possible for me to have great goals and hopes and dreams. I had to do a lot of work working on my insides to learn to receive and love me as I am. So that's some work for you. Maybe if you're feeling less than, you feel you're a lack of importance, maybe because of your childhood, maybe certain people in your life, maybe some things that are said to you, maybe because you have not reached certain milestones in your life, you feel a certain way. But there's always the possibility for us to draw and to have every single thing that we want. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can be it. And you have to speak those things over your life and believe it. Because if you don't believe in yourself, whose job is that? Nobody's but ours. Let me go to the chat and see what is happening in the chats. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm doing awesome, James. Thank you so much. I hope you are as well. Let's see who else I missed in the chats. I see Miss Rachel. How are you doing, Miss Rachel? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. I hope you're having a great Thursday and everybody else too. Oh, we got a mod on deck. Miss Donna. Donna just being real. How are you doing, Donna? Mod on deck. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your support. I hope all is well with you and your side. Puzzle Pieces says, I had to learn to tune out others' opinions of me. That's a deep one, Puzzle Pieces, because a lot of times the opinions of other people will really get us into a dark space, a dark and deep space in our life. And we're the ones that have to learn to either listen to certain opinions or dismiss it. There's certain things that we do need to hear when somebody gives us some tools that will help to either sharpen us or to slow it down, right? So we always want people to give us feedback so that we can be in that circle of perpetual growth, right? We want to keep growing. We want to keep elevating and being better. So yes, while the opinions of others sometimes hurt us, sometimes those opinions of other people are needed. We need to hear that so it can wake us up, so it can shake us up and get us busy and active into doing what we need to do. Let's see, we got to go to the chat. Mod on deck. Hi, Sirius. How are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you. I hope all is well on your side. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. All is well over here, Donna. Thank you so much. If everybody could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Yes. So let's get into today's discussion, everybody. You guys ready? All right, let's do this. So no matter where you have been or gone through, you have value. No matter where you have been or what you have gone through, you have value. You know, sometimes when we go through certain situations, I always think of those who get incarcerated, those who have a past, those who have done wrong things, those who have offended others. They're people too. We forget that sometimes just not being in the right space, not making the best decisions, not being around quality people, not knowing our own value and worth, we sometimes don't always make the best decisions. But I'm here to say to each of you, all of you brothers and sisters from around the world, you have value. You definitely have value, you have importance, and you are somebody. So regardless of what other people have told you, regardless of the people who don't like you, regardless of whatever lies people have tried to pour into you and made you, believe this notion of your lack of skill, your lack of strength, you got to dismiss that. See, you are the author of your own story. You're the one that has the pen. At any time, something that you don't like in your story of your life, you can blot it out. You can erase it and write down something new. It's very important when we are working on ourselves that we realize that at any time, I have the possibility to change my life. You do. You have the possibility to change your life just with even having the thought. See, and that's something that many of us don't think about. Your thoughts are so important. Your mindset is so important. And sometimes our mindset is not in the best space because of who we surround ourselves by, our associates, what our financial situation is, how our health is. So it's certain things that can get us down and we will feel worthless. You feel like nobody. And I can say from experience, when you hit that dark spot, financially, where you don't know where your next meal is going to come, you don't know how you're going to pay your next bill, you feel that you're nobody when your finances aren't adding up to your thoughts. and it's difficult. But I want to encourage you that no matter where you are, it doesn't mean that that's where you're going to stay. You won't stay in the same place because you're going to get this together. That's where I want to encourage all of you brothers and sisters with these thoughts today, that you have the ability to change anything that you want, anything that people have said about you, anything. See, you are the ones that gotta block that out. You're the one have to say, I'm gonna get up. I can do this. I'm better than that. Who cares what they think? We have to work on encouraging our own self. So no matter where you have been or gone through, remember you have value. We're the ones that have to say that to ourselves. We're the ones that have to believe in ourselves. It's nobody else's job or responsibility to encourage us. It's our job to encourage ourselves. Okay. So let me go to the chat before I go to the next points. See what I missed. I had to learn how to take some opinions and criticisms because back in the day I had an I don't care attitude about everything. Yes, and I think that's a lot of people too, Rachel. You're not the only one. See what I missed? What I missed? Yes, everybody welcome Miss Carol onto the chat. Writers, that's why I had to learn to tune out others and learn selective hearing. Very good thought, puzzle pieces. Appreciate it. So let's get into this discussion today. You guys ready? Let's start with point number 1. When we talk about getting up, brothers and sisters, we have to understand this. We all go through something, and we tend to not really process that the right way. We think that sometimes we're the only ones that are going through something. We're the only ones that are going through discouragement. We're the only ones that have problems. We're the only ones struggling because we only see ourselves in that moment, our own problems, our own difficulties, our own pain, right? And that's normal for us to see. But I want us all to realize that every single person is going through some. Some people will talk about it and some people won't. But what's important is that when we are going through something, that we have the courage to be able to have people in our life that will support us through it. Okay. We all are going through it. And while you're going through something in your life, it's so important to have people that you can reach out to that will lift us up, that lift us up in our mind, that will lift us up in our spirit, that will tell us, don't do that. Come on, you're better than that. You're smart. You're intelligent. You can do it. Go after it and do it. That is so vital to have people that will encourage us. So vital to how you will feel about yourself. You will never feel good and do the things that you need to do for yourself if you don't have people in your life that will encourage you. See, this is the message of encouragement. To get up from where you have been to maybe some thoughts that you're having. Know that we all go through something, but reach out for support. For some people, if it's to that level where mentally you're in not a good space, in a dark space, maybe you may want to reach out to get a therapist. Maybe you may want to reach out and get a counselor. Maybe you may want to reach out and get a life coach, some accountability partners. And I'm definitely going to always tune in to say, get a support group. Getting a support group was so helpful for me when you have some that you can talk to about some of the things that you all are both going through. It helps you to feel not alone. I don't know. It's something that you could tell somebody else something about what you're going through, but when they don't understand it, it doesn't resonate. It doesn't hit the same way as it does as when you are talking to somebody who really understands. that gives you a different feel. It gives you a different boost to know that somebody's not just listening to you, they understand you. So if you don't have that support group, please reach out. There's support groups on Facebook, on Instagram, on, check on Google, but look and find there's lots of online support. You don't have to go nowhere. Or maybe if you're a person that operates better by going to those support groups in person, then do that. But we have to do what we need to do so that we can be okay. And here's another one. We have to stop telling ourselves we're okay when we're not. See, it's nothing wrong with saying, I got an issue right now. I got a problem, or I'm not coping well with this. But that's when you say, I love myself enough to say, it's time to get some help. I need either a friend, I need a mentor, I need a therapist, but whatever is the support that you know that you need, reach out for it. We all go through something, but in the journey of this life, we all need others to support us. But just make sure that you're reaching out and getting the right support. Get the right support. Don't go through this battle of life on your own when you don't have to. You really don't have to. Don't battle alone. Don't battle alone. Because that's something that I did for a very long time. I did that for a long time. I would just stay in that funk of sadness and discouragement and beat myself up and cry when I could feel so much better by just saying, this is how I feel, and I'm going through this, and I feel this way about myself. And that helped me and fortified me until I had enough courage to be able to say how I felt. Sometimes having a support group and you listen to somebody else thinking the things that you're thinking, and it's very encouraging to know that you're not the only one that feels that way. So yeah, all of those things. Hi, Miss Tamika. How are you doing? Mod on deck. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for your support. I hope all is well with you. But yeah, everybody, we all go through something. Okay. And here is an important thing. When we talk about getting up, from being in a low space, a hard space, a trial sometime, healing it from your situation, from pain, from a trauma, it's not going to happen automatically. For some people, you never 100% heal 100%, but the importance is that you're working on yourself, that you want better. Okay. And I want better for you too. Don't think that you have to go through things alone. I want you to improve the quality of your life. You don't have to feel sad. You don't have to feel miserable. You don't have to be down on yourself. You don't have to feel like nobody when you are somebody. Yeah. So, but all of that is that working on yourself, working on the inside of you, taking care of you, and realizing that I need to do some work on me. I need to learn how to be my own friend, learn how to trust in my own self and work on me. See, and that takes time, and it takes us being patient. And I know that's something that I struggle with, and I know many of you brothers and sisters struggle with patience. It's hard to be patient because we want what we want when we want it, right? We want it right now. But to get through things, first, before you get to your healing, you have to first accept, oh my goodness, what happened to me? Then after accepting what happens to us, then we have to say, now what, how can I process this? Okay. And then after processing, how can I get some help? And then it's, how can I live with this? It's about learning how to cope with what you're dealing with and going through. And one of the major things to healing is forgiveness. And I know that forgiveness is a very sore topic that a lot of people don't want to get into, talking about forgiveness, because you just feel like they did that and they hurt me. And we feel that people did things to us on purpose. And yes, sometimes people do things on purpose, but sometimes people are operating in their best mind because maybe mental health issues, maybe they just aren't aware, they don't have the knowledge of certain things, or for whatever reason. But people do what they do. But you, being who you are, you know better. You know that I deserve to feel good about me. And I want you to say that to yourself every day until you believe it. I deserve to know me. I deserve to love me. I deserve to feel good about me. Okay. I deserve to change the trajectory of my thoughts, because thoughts have power. And if our thoughts are very negative, it can bring about a ruination. It can bring a heavy cloud, a darkness over our life. So we want to learn to say, I'm hurt. I need help. I'm going to forgive people, even the people who hurt us the most. We have to forgive them so that we can move on with our life, so that we can live on our present with joy. So living your present with joy by saying, you hurt me, identify it, speak it out loud, write it down, and then release it. There are some things that we can't change people. We can't change the things that happened to us in the past, the people who hurt us, the people who are immature, and whatever it is. But it's our life, and we deserve to be happy in our life. So it means got to heal. You got to heal from it. You got to grow from it, and you got to allow yourself to think, I deserve to heal from my painful past. Okay. Yes, Miss Donna. Yes, amen to that, Marlene. Yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. So let's get into point number 3. Okay. Now, to get up, sisters and brothers, you must believe in yourself. There's nobody that can make you believe in you but you. And it means you're going to have to do some work. Okay. It means you're going to have to work on what you think about yourself, how you think, how you feel, what you do, what you read, and who you associate with. It's those 5 things that are so important, because remember, what you think here about yourself, your thoughts produce your actions. And if you're not thinking in the best way, you can't project light, energy, peace, positivity, constructive things, positive things, joy. You can't have those things in your life if you don't at first know that you deserve to have that. You deserve to have peace, brothers and sisters. You deserve to have light. You deserve to have positivity. You deserve all of those things. But first, we must believe in ourselves enough to say, I'm going to do what it takes so that I can think this way about myself. Okay. And it's not something easy. We have to have courage. It takes a lot of courage to want to, get up every day, rinse and repeat, the same thing, just a new day. It takes the courage to wake up every day, to make changes in our life, to have the courage to forgive others and yourself. And even every day when we make those little mistakes, when we maybe don't make the best decisions, we got to have the courage to say, I forgive you. And I learned this from my good friend, Boss Life Online, and she says this, and I want you to say this too. I forgive you. When you're talking to yourself, I forgive you, and I will let this go, and I will release it to a power greater than me. So I hope that helps who it needs to help. We have to forgive, and we have to let go so that we can get free from things. And when we get free from it, maybe sometimes we'll stop having those headaches. That used to be my issue because I was a control freak. I wanted to control what other people did. I wanted to control what other people said. I wanted everybody to like me and all of those things. But it takes a lot of courage to allow yourself to stand in a moment and say, this moment is mine. I love myself. I'm going to forgive myself and I'm going to move forward, even if it means I forgive you and I let you go. Because that's what we have to understand. In forgiving other people, it doesn't mean I forgive you and I'm going to keep you in my life. No, no, no. It means I forgive you so that I can move on. I forgive you so that I can walk in the manifestation of my light. Say, we have to walk in our life with purpose and on purpose. You got to have that joy, that oomph, that radiation of your own light, and you can't have it holding on to things, being miserable, being angry, complaining about things but not doing anything. See, if you don't like something in your life, have the courage to change it. And it does. It takes a lot of courage to stand in something and say, I don't like this, or I don't like certain people. I don't like the way I'm being treated. And then I'm going to have the courage to do something about it. Yeah, whatever it is that you don't like in your life, have the courage to change it. Okay? You can. You can. Okay? And I say to all of you, it's time to rise up. Get up, my brothers and sisters. Get up. And I feel this message. I feel that like this is a fiery message. I had to speak it. It was like fire shut up in my bones. It's time to rise up. I know that there are so many people who are down, who are discouraged, who are sad, who are crying, who are lonely, who are disappointed, who feel that there is no hope. And I'm here to tell you that hope exists. Hope exists for you. But you have to see it. You have to look for it. You have to seek those opportunities. You have to make choices and you have to fix your mindset. Okay? See, it's time to rise up. You may have been stagnant for a long time. You may have been beaten down. Maybe verbally beat down, maybe physically beat down. The stress of life, negative people, the stress of day-to-day life of adulting, trying to pay bills, and you just want to just lay down and just throw your hands up and say, I can't do this anymore. And it's not true. You can do it, but you gotta take down some of that stress, some of that anxiety, and you got to stop trying to live up to the expectations of others, trying to keep up with the Joneses and have what other people have. No, have what you're meant to have. Okay, we got to learn to live within our means. See, my means is going to be different from your means, and what you like may not be what I like, but that's the best part of knowing ourselves and loving ourselves, is having the ability to know how to separate. I know how to separate. This is my life and I know what Marlene likes, and you guys have to know how to separate. This is my life and I know what I like. I know what I can afford. I know what I can do. I know what I have been through, and I know who I am today. See, I'm here to tell all of you brothers and sisters, get up, wake up, and make a change happen in your life. It's time to rise up. It's time to stop being miserable. It's time to stop being angry. It's time to let go. It's time for you to work on yourself. It's time for you to spread your wings. Try something new. This is 2024. It's a whole nother year. Maybe the things that you did last year, let go of that. Forgive it, whatever. It's your time. Tell yourself that it's my time. It's your time. It's time for you to rise up and let some great things happen for you. So get up, sisters and brothers. Get up. But you're the one that has to believe that. You're the one that has to want it. And you have to prove that by your actions. You have to say to yourself, it's time for me to rise up. It's time for me to forgive. It's time for me to make better choices. It's time for me to live out my dreams. Okay. And I say this because I think even sometimes from our childhood, within our gut, if we are completely honest with ourselves, we have dreams that, man, from childhood we speak things over our life. I want to be this and I want to be that. And maybe because of challenges and life and people and so many things that we kind of give up our dreams, or we push our dreams to the side and just think, oh, whatever, it's not my dreams aren't good, or people will convince us that our dreams are stupid and that nobody will like us or whatever, or we can't do it. Or maybe you may give into that fear and say, I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. Or we compare ourselves to other people. No, don't do that. Don't compare yourself to other people. Remember, my brothers and sisters, who you are is good enough. What dreams you have are right there. We just sometimes have to waken them up and say, yeah, I remember that dream. I remember what I wanted. I know what I want to do. But I got to start making some plans. I got to be consistent. I got to follow through. I have to be persistent. I got to believe in myself. And I have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. You. It's all up to us, but it's in the rising up. It's not about where you've been. It's about where you're going. Yeah, and where you're going is phenomenal. See, you're not going to even remember all of these painful situations when you're in your place of light and prosperity and abundance. But first, you got to reaffirm your dream. And you know what that dream is, right? You know what the dream is. So how are you doing? What are you doing to make it happen? What are you doing to be able to be in that moment and allow yourself to get to that success? See, the difference between a dreamer, a person who dreams, and a person who gets to that success is just a person who made a plan, got support, and rinse and repeat, and follow through and be persistent and didn't give up and encourage themselves. See, it's that persistence, it's that consistency. We are the ones that have to believe in our dreams. We are the ones that have to call ourselves a success before we can bring in more of it into our lives. Okay, so reaffirm your dreams. You know what that is. So go after it and do it. Go after it and do it. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay. So true. Miss Donna says, manifest positive energy. That's right, Realist One. Manifest. Hey, OG Bran, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you for being here. Yes, Realist. Even in the darkest times. And I'm here to tell you that it's in the darkest times when I found the most clarity. It's like, I don't know, it's like every all the fogginess, it's like you get very clear, like, man, what do I need to do? What have I been doing with my life? How come I've been standing still? And then just allow yourself to succeed. One of the things that my amazing mentor told me, that to get to your success is that you have to give yourself the permission. And I say to all of you, brothers and sisters, speak it over your life and say it. I give you the permission to succeed. I give you the permission to succeed. So reaffirm your dreams, plan, prepare, and be accountable. Do what you need to do. Exactly. Let's see what else is going in the chat. Hey, Estad, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see what else I missed. No, I don't know. I think I got all the comments. Good. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. I really do appreciate all of them all the time. Point number 7, everybody, get up, sisters and brothers. See, take your leave from negativity and people who bring you pain. Now, this is a very important part of you being able to get up and maintaining staying up is you got to leave those people behind that are negative. You got to release them. You got to let them go. You have to block them, okay? So you got to leave the negative people behind. You got to leave the people who hurt you, the people who don't respect you, the people who keep going past your boundaries even though you set them. Don't allow people to disrespect you. You got to take your leave from negativity and the people who bring you pain, even if it means maybe sometimes you got to move away from those people. You got to stop calling those people, listening to those people, surrounding yourself by it, and also what you entertain your mind with. Remember, I talk about all the time your thoughts. The things that you think about in your mind are so important. And if you implant negativity, that is what you are going to become. So, in order for us to get up and to rise up, we got to leave that negativity and all those negative things and thoughts and painful things that people will do to us. You got to leave them behind. You can't stay around people who are negative. You can't stay around people who cause fear and doubt within you, the people who never support you, or the people who always throw you under the bus, the people who always will talk about you and laugh at you. You can't have those people in your circle and think you're going to feel encouraged. You will never feel encouraged around people who are discouraged, around people who are negative. You got to leave those people behind in order for you to elevate and be where you need to be. Okay. So let's get to point number 8. Point number 8, everybody. Get up, sisters and brothers. And this message is to know your worth. Sometimes, unfortunately, because of life problems, difficulties, and people, we feel some type of way. We feel some type of way about our situation. We feel some type of way about our life, and we get disheartened. I know I have. I get very disheartened from people who will put down my gifts, who will put down my talents, who say mean things to me. And it's always the people that we care about the most that say things that hurt us the most. But we can't let those same people keep hurting us over and over and over again. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to know our worth. We have to feed our mind. We have to encourage ourselves. So, to all you brothers and sisters, know your worth. Know your worth. You are somebody. And I can tell you all day long how much worth you have, how strong you are, how wonderful, you're phenomenal, all of these things, but you're the one have to not only believe it, but then what are you going to do with that knowledge? What are you going to do knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you're capable? What are you going to do with that? That means every day you wake up, because I know my power, because I know my worth, because I know what I can do, because I believe in myself, I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to remind myself of what I can do. I'm going to remind myself of the people who are looking up to me, and to think about where I'm going to go and the people that I need to reach. Know your worth. Even if other people don't know it, even if other people don't believe in it, even if other people doubt it, it's okay. Let those people go. Forgive them. Okay? Forgive them. Release them. You just do what you need to do to make sure that you're okay. And sometimes that means taking breaks from people, turning off your phone, doing what you need to do, changing your life, moving away. Whatever you need to do for you. I can't tell you what that good space feels like, but you know it. You know what you need to do. All right. And this is just an encouragement to do so. Know your worth. And whoever needs to hear it, get up and do what you've been failing to pull the trigger on. Going and get that mentor, going and asking for help, going and doing that research, but do what you need to do. Getting that business plan together, forgiving somebody who hurt you so that you can release it and let it go, and then you can be on fire for what you're supposed to do with your life. See, know your worth. Know your worth. See, and a person who knows their own worth, it doesn't take away from somebody else. Because I know my worth, it doesn't stop me from, it doesn't stop whatever. It doesn't stop Nexie or Donna or Realist One or Miss Tracy or Miss Carol. It doesn't stop anybody from having their worth. See, your worth doesn't take away from another individual. You got to know that who I am is dependent on me and what I believe in and what I'm willing to do. See, that's what it's about. It's about the action. And a lot of times we get lazy. We get lazy. And there's no easier way to say it than that. But we get lazy sometimes because of life. And we start listening to the negativity and we doubt ourselves and we give into fear. And then we're just down for a long time. But I want to encourage all of you, brothers and sisters, even if other people don't see it, even if other people don't like it, even if you're not where you want to be yet. Notice I said yet. It doesn't mean you won't be soon. Yeah, you got to first know that and lock it in. You got to first believe it and lock it in. You have to get up and then do something with it. Because I know my worth. What am I willing to do? I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to smile. I'm going to have the courage to forgive. I'm going to go after my dreams. I'm going to have healthy relationships and not toxic ones. I'm not going to talk about people behind their back because I wouldn't want it to happen to me. See, when you know your worth, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. It's a lot of responsibility when we know our worth. And I want you to know your worth, brothers and sisters. You are worthy. Even if other people in your life have told you otherwise. Even if your life situation doesn't feel like you have value, that doesn't mean it's not true. You do have value. You do. Okay? Be encouraged. Be encouraged. And point number 9, and I have one more point, and I'm going to put the link in here for my co-hosts. I could say it's a few of them, either Miss Nexie, Miss Geo, or I don't know who else would come in, but yeah, here is the link. So I see I had a lot of people walk in. I missed. Hi, Shelly Shells. How are you doing? Welcome. Hey, Bryden. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Yes. I'm glad to hear that, Bryden. Good so far. What else? Let's see what Estat is saying. For me personally, family embraced me throughout my life. It's outsiders that have come to try to destroy you. Wow, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad you had that great relationship. But you know, that's where you put up your wall, your barrier. Don't let people get inside your head. Don't do it. Don't let people get inside your head, okay? You first have to know your worth. You got to believe in you, okay? Okay, let's see what else I missed. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much, Bryden. Yeah. So here is point number 9. Get up, sisters and brothers. Act on your talents and gifts. Act on it. Act on it. And I will also say with activate. See, sometimes there's some things that's inside of us that we have let become stagnant. We've kind of pushed those dreams away. Sometimes, having children, being in romantic relationships, having friendships, working, you kind of push aside, right? You kind of push aside your dreams and your hopes and your gifts to help other people. But don't give up on your hopes and your dreams. Don't give up on using your talents and gifts, okay? It makes us feel good when we use the gifts that we have. Yes, thank you so much, Bryden. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate your support. Yes, act on your talents and your gifts. Act on it. Act on it. If you know who you are, if you know what you can do, show it. Prove it. Believe in it. Remember, it's a choice that you got to make every day. I make the choice today. I make the choice today to love me. I make the choice today to work on me. I make a choice to use my gifts and to not sit on them. Don't let your gifts and your talents just, I've seen people who are so talented and so gifted and they just give them up because other people, they listen to other people, or they just throw in the towel. Some people get so disappointed and so discouraged because of other people and life that they just say it's just easier to just not do anything than to use my gifts. But I don't want any of you to use your gift, to waste your gifts. Use them. If there's something that you want to do, no matter what it is, no matter what is your age, no matter what your age is, whether you are young, whether you're older, whether you're married, whether you're divorced, whether you're single or you're married, whether you're divorced, whether you're a widow, whether you're young, whatever it is, whatever situation that you find yourself in, act on your talents regardless of the support, okay? Go after your dreams, do it. You want to get in school, do it. You're ready to retire, do it. You're ready to travel, do it. You're ready to open that business, do it. See, action, action, activate, everybody, activate. Exactly. Don't let people get inside your head. The only way they can do it, you're telling too much of yourself to a person. Always be vague. Keep people guessing. Mm, that's some wisdom right there, Miss Donna. Thank you so much for that. Not everyone comes into your life with good intentions. Be alert and wise how you move and think. Mm, very wise words indeed. Thank you so much, Donna. You have to really be careful. And that's why I always say, walk in silence, everybody. When you have something fiery inside of you, don't go out there and broadcast it and tell people, because you always got people and they're listening and they're listening, and they're going to find a way to either destroy it, or they're going to jump on it and take it and steal it and use it as theirs. And then you'll be in the background saying, what happened? That was my dream. Mm. Careful, everybody, careful. There are some people who come as wolves in sheep clothing. And it's always the people that you never thought it would be. It's always the ones that you never thought it would be that will come and a jab to your back, a jab to your heart. Careful, careful. Be careful who you share your dreams with and your hopes with. Walk in silence. Remember, when I say, people think about mind, when people say mind your business, I don't mean it that way. I mean, mind your business. I mean, get focused. Know what you want. Know who you are. Know what you're about. Know what you're supposed to be doing. And then get busy in doing that. You almost have to put on blinders in this life. Put on some sunglasses to shield out the hatred, the negativity, so that you can keep your head straight. Keep your head on, you know. Don't turn to the left or the right looking what other people are doing, and oh, and I don't know, and I'm not doing it, and oh, and look what they have. And nope. Back on your grind, back on your hustle, back on what you're supposed to do, okay? Remember, use your talents and your gifts, okay? Thank you so much, Miss Donna. Yes, act accordingly and analyze. Yes, I like that, realist one. Yes, everybody hit the like. It really is, realist. It really is. Some people learn the hard way, thinking most have a heart like you do. Yeah, we don't believe sometimes that people have a very bad motive. It's always the people that you never expect, a relative, a friend, a spouse, significant other, somebody that you allowed yourself to be vulnerable and open with, that will hurt you the most. They will cut you so deep into your heart. Careful, careful. But I just wanted to encourage you all, to let you all know that at any time, at any time, no matter how much you have been down, discouraged, beat up, whatever has been said and done, or whatever you have said and done, you can have the ability to get up, get up, and rise up. Get up and rise up. That's right. You hit that on the head. I steady be trying to tell my people, you have to move a certain way with others until you know their intentions. That's true. You do. You really do. See what Miss Donna says? Exactly. Find a way to sabotage your life, work, success, relationship, and the list goes on. Wow, you guys are on fire in this chat today. Bravo, everybody. You guys are really talking some good talk. Really are. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Puzzle Pieces says, Eastad, I'm a victim of that and have been thoughts taught life lessons that not everyone feels is like me. Yeah, people will operate through our insecurities. See, people know who to victimize. They know what you can do. They know a person who is gonna, buck at it, and a person who will just let it go and let whatever happen to them. Remember, have your standards, have your boundaries, set boundaries with people. Who cares if they're upset? Who cares if they don't like it? No matter how long maybe you have been putting up with something, set some boundaries. All right, set them. You can't give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because you don't know how they're moving. And some people, they're moving very shifty, very funny. Never was a relative for me. Teach it to your children, grandchildren, nephew, niece, or if you're a mentor to children, teach the children. If you are a parent, talk to your children. They are going to experience this. They sure are, Miss Donna. They are. You got to pour that into people's the hearts and the minds of children, that people have bad intentions. Don't trust everybody, and don't let people disrupt your success. Bad intention people. Exactly. Realist, now I give the doubt first and then the benefit. The Puzzle Pieces is like me. I come into it like with an eyebrow raised. I have a very hard time trusting people from the beginning. People have to give me a track record before I can trust them. Yes, the fire. Then they flip it and make you the bad guy for the way they acted towards you. Yeah, that's a person with zero accountability. And sometimes it's the people who have some mental health issues, like, and I'm mentally stable, not mentally stable. So yeah, I think I'm on the last point. Point number 10, everybody. Get up, sisters and brothers. It's very important to fortify your mind. Fortify your mind. And it's about what you're reading, It's who you are associate with, because if you're around people who you associate with and they're negative and they're not doing anything with their life, guess what? You're going to start being just like them. Fortify your mind. Remember, it's your life. And when we are down, we definitely need to have people in our life that will be supportive, understanding, but also we have to do some work. The ownership is on us. We're grown, we're not little kids. Well, it's not no time to sugarcoat and be people holding our hand. You got to put in some work. Okay, fortify your own mind. It's the reading material. It's what are you watching on TV? What are you doing with your life? Take accountability, everybody. And maybe that means that you need to get a plan together and then do it, and not a plan like I used to with 30 things on there. 3 things every day. Today I will do this, this, and this. And if you get to the 4th thing, then that's amazing. But it's about making goals and then accomplishing them, not just making 30 goals and you never accomplish them. Whatever you put on your list that day, make sure you get it done. Okay. But fortify your mind, and it's how you speak to yourself. What do you say to yourself? What is the conversation that you have to yourself? Do you tell yourself, I am phenomenal. I can do anything. I can conquer anything. I can do whatever I set my mind to. I am strong and victorious. I am courageous. I do not doubt myself. I have the ability to do things. What is next for me is going to be phenomenal. Fortify your mind and then show by your actions what I'm thinking is what I do. What I'm thinking is what I do, and it's who I draw, and it's the way I talk, and it's the way they talk back to me, and it's how I support myself and rinse and repeat. Okay? Fortify your mind, everybody. It's so important. So I'm going to put this link in here one more time. If any of my co-hosts want to come up, and if not, I'm going to bring this to a close. Okay, I see my co-host, Miss Nexie, in the background.
Hello, Marlene. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome.
Thank you. Great topic,
Thank
as
you.
usual.
Thank you so much.
You know,
So, Miss Nexie, what would you like to add to this discussion?
well, the one thing I wanted to say is, when I said, that I learned to tune out people, um, what I meant by that is that, when I wanted to achieve something, when people were telling me, you have to do it now, you have to do it now, you have to act now, you have to, it's now or never, now or never. Sometimes I wasn't in the right, place to start a certain project, and I will do it just to please that person. So I had to learn to tune out people and act on whatever I was going to do at the right time for me. Because otherwise, you set yourself up for failure. Or if you achieve whatever project this person is pushing you forward to achieve, you're not going to celebrate that achievement because you weren't ready for it. You weren't there yet. It wasn't something that you wanted to do at this particular moment. So that's why I learned to say, no, I'm going to start it whenever I'm ready to start this, because I have all these things before this and I have people depending on me. So I have to wait until so-and-so gets to an age that I can start this project.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That means that you know your you know what you can do.
Yeah, you know how far you can go. If you're ready mentally and everything. Oh, and of course, Marlene, this is after therapy. Okay, this is not before. When they were pushing me to do certain things and you have to get them accomplished now, they were pushing me and I was going along with the flow just to keep the peace, right? just to impress this person, just to, make him or her feel that, I was right there and I was working hard for future things or whatever. It wasn't because I had the time or the patience or my mindset was there. So when I started going to therapy, and back then, I'm sorry, I couldn't say no. I didn't know that word yet. So I will say yes to everything just to please people. But after therapy, I learned who I was more. I got in tune with my likes and dislikes, more clearly than before. And I learned to say no. And that was the key right there.
Yeah, I think that that's a wonderful thing, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Miss Nexie, because a lot of times we want to say no, but we feel because we've enabled people for so long, or because we feel like, I don't know, I can say for myself, I can't
Obligated.
speak for you, but I know for myself, because I have been doing it so long, I got used to the control and the power of it had to be the way that I wanted it to be.
Exactly. And like I get that there's things that you have to get done. A lot of people say it, go to school when you're young and you can and get it over with. But sometimes when you're younger, you're not in the space. You don't have the right mindset. You don't have the ability to dedicate the time that school or education requires, right? Especially if you're, going through college or university. So sometimes you have to stop, you know, think like, okay, wait, what's going to happen to these little people that depend on me if I go through it 100%? And then what's going to happen to them? And then you have kids that are, teenagers, they need you more, a lot more than when they're, toddlers, because, they have friends now, their mind is shifting. So, you have to think about all those things. And a lot of times people that are driven and want, according to them, the best for you, don't understand why you're doing the things you're doing. And they keep on putting you down because you're not committed to whatever. You don't have commitment, you don't have drive. And, you know, a lot of times I just let them talk, because I'm not going to sit there and try to explain to you something that you don't see, even though you are in my life and you see how much I dedicate time to my family. So those people, I just let them talk. I used to just let them talk, whatever. I'll do it at my own time. And that's what sometimes, we are sometimes guilty of. We don't take a step back and say, okay, why isn't this person doing it? We don't take a step back and say, oh, I get it now. I know how she is with this and that. And that's why we don't even do that. We just talk. So I put myself back there and I'm like, okay, some people just do that. They just talk. They don't take the time to think of who I am, how I am, whatever. They just want the best for me in their weird way.
Yeah, and also people don't understand sometimes when somebody is saying they want to do something, that there's more factors involved than what they know. It could be, maybe it's a money issue, a health problem. They have further responsibilities. So while they may want to do all those things, their hands may be tied for what they can do just at this time, unless they get some support. I always say that to people. If you're not going to be supportive of somebody, don't complain and say you always talk about that. If you can't add to a person's joy and support and happiness, don't say nothing.
Exactly, exactly. And that's that. We come across a lot of that from our older, right, generation.
Mhm.
Oh, she's been saying she's going to go back to school, but look at her. It's been so many years and she doesn't go back. But they don't stop and think, why hasn't she, or what can I do for her, to go back to school and finish it, whatever it is that she wanted to do. They don't help you. They just talk. And that's what I was saying. Those people, I have learned to tune out, of my decision making and of my life in general, because they are they have well intentions, they're well intended, but the reality is that they're still older, they still thinking in a different way. They feel that because they're older they have the right to say or do certain things to you. So from those folks I have to kind of like, tune them out and just hear it. Like, I'm not listening to you, I'm just hearing that your mouth, there's words coming out of your mouth, right? But
Mhm.
I'm not taking anything because it's nothing of worth to me at the moment.
And even Nexi, I had to talk to myself about that too, because let me just say it like this. We sometimes think that life is the same way as when we were their age.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like when they'll say, yeah, school's hard in your life. School's not hard. You don't know that things change.
Exactly.
Things change, and everybody is not in the same situation that you were in.
You know what, Marlene? And that's the whole point, is that, I've had my aunties. I remember one when I was, trying to, I was going and trying to get, my degrees and everything. And my auntie was criticizing me for leaving my home, my husband, my kids, and just for, for school. What is that going to do for her? But I was thinking, later on, I started thinking, okay, she is at this point, 7 years old, 70 years old. So in her mind, I'm going to school for what? Maybe for cooking or something like that. And I'm leaving my kids and my husband just for that. She didn't know what I was trying to do, right? Or the work that it takes for me to go back and do all this. And, so I was mad in the beginning, but then I had to take a step back and say, you know what? She's thinking, because of their education level, she's thinking I'm just wasting my time with maybe cooking classes or something like that. She doesn't understand what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
And she doesn't understand how hard it is and how many hours of, work I'm going to have to put at
Right.
home to study and everything. So yeah, we have to sometimes take what they say with the bucket of salt, not even a grain.
Yeah, but people are only going to give back what they where they are in their life. So
Hmm.
people only operate where they are in that position in their life. They only operate from what they know and all of those things. So if a person doesn't understand, if a person has never been through that, they will just like, oh, that's nothing. But you can never understand the obstacles and struggles of another person if you have never personally gone through it.
And and your topic today is amazing. And a lot of times, we and again, we want to do certain things, we want to get up and do it, but we have to make sure before we take the step that we're in the right, state of mind,
Mhm.
that we're doing it at the right time, or we're going to fail. And I'm not wishing
Yeah.
that on anyone. I'm just saying what it is, that it's happened to me before. Like I said, I've started certain things. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But I wasn't in the right state of mind, or it wasn't the right
Mhm.
time for me to start to
Yep.
move a certain way. So, you have to be careful when you do all of this. Make sure that you are, that it's all about you, because you're the one that is going to be making these decisions, that is going to be starting this different paths or projects or whatever it is that you're doing. Make sure that you're in the right state of mind.
Exactly. You have to know every single person as a grown woman or a grown man. You have to know what you can do, what you can afford. And that's the reason why it's so important to stay in your own lane. Like I've said many times, stay in your own lane, know your own worth, know your own potential, and go after it. Okay. You got to know what you can do, when you can do it, and you don't have to explain it. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You just do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah, but I think sometimes it's because we have so many, our parents. I'm not blaming them. I'm just bringing it up because it comes from this, is that we have to have that respect for our elders, right? Even when they're being, they're constructive criticism is destroying our feelings, destroying ourselves. We have to be respected. We have to have respect. I'm sorry for them. And the thing is, for me, is yeah, you can respect them, but you have to also have perspective of what these people are saying and in the age that they're in. Sometimes because they're older, they think they can tell you what to do. They feel they can tell you what to do and how to do it and criticize everything that you do. So that's why, I said before, I had to do that. I had to tune it off because these are different times. What worked for my 70-year-old auntie, uncle, my, mom or dad is different than what is working for me and my children now. My daughter just had a baby, and I see the way she, how she's driven and the way she's planning life around the baby. How she's choosing not to give the baby formula because it's better for her to be, fed by mommy, how she's working her schedule around the baby. And I see all of this and I'm thinking, wow, how amazing it is that my child is making all these wonderful decisions around her baby, planning all of this, and that she doesn't have a mom that is criticizing her for those decisions that she's making.
Right.
Because I'm letting her be. You know what I mean? So, which is the way we should be. We just, we have to learn to listen to our younger generations and go with the flow. Don't try to, input your likes or dislikes. That's not how it works. Allow them to grow with their own mistakes, with their own fails, with their own, winnings. We have to just do these things for them. Allow them to grow.
Exactly. You have to just let people be who they are, but it can be irritating sometimes when you have certain relatives or people in your life and you would feel that they should understand, but everybody's not going to understand, and you have to learn to be okay with that people are going to be who they are and you have to be who you are. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this topic and talk about these things and to encourage everybody to not only get up but to stay up. And the way that we stay up is by doing the things that we talked about today. So I gotta say thank you so much to Miss Nexie for your thoughts and your final words, Miss Nexie.
Just make yourself your hearing selective. Only allow positive things to enter your mind, your heart, and your soul, because some people are so unhappy that the only way they will be happy is by seeing you unhappy. So be selective on that hearing and just, continue to be, do your things at your own time and be as positive as you can. That's pretty much it. Thank you for having me, Miss Marlene.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Nexie. I really do appreciate you for being here. And shout out to the amazing chat. I loved all the comments. Shout out to all my mods and to all the new subscribers. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in today. And I hope that this message that we spoke on today, it would reach who it needs to reach, and somebody will feel fortified, encouraged, and just the strength to go on just another day and go after your dreams. So thank you guys so much. And shout out to Miss Nexie.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, everybody. See you guys. I don't know about tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I may do a pop-up, maybe not sure, but definitely I will see you guys back on Sunday. Bye-bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah, yeah.